I'm fine. What about you?
I'm also doing great and everything is hunky-dory in my side. How's your morning?
Yeah, good. Actually, nowadays I'm fully on rest because now vacation is going on. That's why.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. In our state, the vacation has complete and the school will start again.
Mm-hmm. Most of them first July school will start.
Yeah, now from 8 to June, mostly school started in our state,
Okay. Where are you from?
Gujarat.
Gujarat. Okay. But in Delhi, first July will start.
Okay, that's great. So before diving into the session, could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Okay. My name is Tilada Bharadwaj and I'm from Delhi. I'm a homemaker and I'm also into teaching last 10 years. If you talk about my qualification, I did my master's in political science and I also did B.Ed and then after that clarify CTET paper too. Yeah, if you talk about my hobbies, like reading books and listening music, yeah, all about in my nutshell.
Okay, glad to know about you.
Thank you.
Okay. So, do you need my introduction?
Yeah, definitely because we are first time.
Okay, that's great. So, my name is Vikita and I hail from Gujarat. If I talk about my education, so I done graduation in English literature. Apart from my whole two degree, PGDC and MCA. Now I'm homemaker, home tutor, and YouTuber by the name of Shine with Vikita, where I upload conversation video and solo video, and I bless with one son. Yeah, though I wear a lots of hat on my head, every day I try to show up because I want to broaden my horizon. So that's pretty much about me.
Nice, nice, because your plate is full. That's a nice thing because nowadays, whenever we are free and idle at the time, like overthinking and lots of things, wasting our time. That's very good. We do
Yeah,
something productive. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. So please tell me about your journey. Where did you start your journey?
Okay. Actually, I started my journey before 6 months ago, but actually at that time I'm not consistent. Last 2 months, I am totally consistent with this line
Mhm.
because actually 1 year, actually I'm into teaching last 10 years. That's
Mhm.
the main, my problem is hesitation, not knowledge, because I teach every day my student, like grammar related aspect. But the main problem is hesitation because we did not get a environment, this type of environment.
Mhm.
Yeah. And nowadays, I'm also feel drastically change in my communication skills.
Okay. So did you study in English medium?
No, actually, entire my education I completed from Hindi medium school. But
Oh,
somehow, when I was in college at the time, I'm not focusing because I'm very studious. That's only I'm focusing on my subject studies.
okay, that's great. Yeah, everything like same age because I'm also like same age. So now I started my journey. Previously, I'm not realized the value of English. I was not
Yeah,
realized.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, when you uplift your knowledge with the new generation, at that time, this first mandatory, at least you have speak a very fluent manner. That is mandatory.
Okay, that's great. So, Miss, now the being a homemaker, it is very difficult to maintain consistency and stay motivated. So, how do you do to maintain your consistency?
Actually, sometimes very difficult for me. But like after my finished my household chores and after that I'm try at least whenever I like leisure time at that time at least 5 minutes I'm try to speak and also do my practice every day.
Okay. So, apart from speaking, what do you do to improve your language?
Okay. Actually nowadays I'm only like two process like listening and speak. Most of the time I listen a lot like initially stage. But yeah nowadays at least I'm focusing on more and more speaking.
Mhm.
And because RW4 are important, I know, but somehow when I start to reading, I feel very monotonous. Like that is, I'm not into reading.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
same like
only two
you.
process I
I'm
follow.
also
Yes.
I'm also feel monotonous whenever I start reading. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened with me, but I have whenever I read about like articles or stories, so I'm okay that. But comes to book, so it was not my cup of tea.
Yeah. But most of the time when I read, start like women related stories. At that time, I'm very curious what they happen, what are they doing. Yeah, these type of stories I'm like interested. But somehow I'm not into reading.
Yeah, yeah. But in my point of view, listening and speaking is more important to learn this language.
Yeah,
Whenever you
definitely right.
achieve a certain point like intermediate, so it is also necessary to read and write. But in
Yeah.
initial, we have to focus only to step listening and speaking.
Mhm.
Both are more important.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Actually, last 2 months I follow this process, like listen and then after that try to connect with the people. At
Mhm.
least two and three people I connect in a day.
Mhm. Because it is we are only do all the things for speaking. So speaking is more important. But the
Yeah.
listening is input. So if
Okay.
we have the input, so we can give the output through the speaking. So both are important.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the time when we speak, our tongue muscles are habitual. How to speak and how to like, pronounce the word. That is many
Yeah.
things. Also like enhancing vocabulary also when we learn something, when we listen something.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Whenever we listen any conversation video, so we don't learn only listening skill, but also we learn new vocabulary, how to pronounce the word.
Definitely.
We can do all
Mm.
the thing in a one place. Mhm.
Yeah. And also we learn like where we keep a pause and how to pronounce these all things we learn like we learn from the listening.
Yeah, intonation, pronunciation, both the we learn. Yeah, definitely. So, do you have any questions? You can also ask me.
Yeah. Okay. I'm asking one question to you. Like when you start your journey, which type of problem you face?
Oh my God.
Because you have also did your masters in English. That's easy for you. But initially stage each and every person they start their journey na, also facing some. Can you share?
Yeah, it was very tough for me because I'm also like completed my old study in vernacular language. So it was very difficult for me. And yeah, of course, the came to speaking part, it was very difficult because that time I was understand what everyone speaking, but came to speaking part, I was zero. I was not utter any single word, but I maintain my consistency. I do practice every day, and that helps me a lot. Yeah, of course, initial stage it was hard not to crack for me, but my maintain consistency helps me a lot. In this way, I practice every day. I join audio call, I join some WhatsApp group. So in this way, I learn. Yeah.
When you start your YouTube related to English,
It's around 8 to 9, 8 months, 7 to 8 months.
so you
Hmm.
are right. Like consistency is the main. When
Yeah,
you consistent with any work, then after that
yeah.
definitely
Since
you
that
achieve.
day, I maintain my consistency. I can say since that day, I never look back. Yeah,
Yeah, but consistency sometimes also feel very tired, frustrated why we are doing
yeah.
this thing. Why we are
Being,
every day speaking. Yeah, most of the time
being
we
a
also feel.
human
But
being, yeah, being a
mm,
human being and being a homemaker, sometimes it becomes, I can say, overwhelming. Sometimes we also feel we run in a hamster wheel. But
mm,
with that time we always remember our goals, so it helps to
yeah.
maintain our consistency. So if you
And
have the
also we
clear goal
recognize
and if
the
you have
progress.
the answer why are you learn this language, so no one can stop you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also we recognize our progress. Then after that also feel, yeah, that's great. Also we do much more.
Yeah, definitely. So please tell me how many whenever you free miss in your whenever you free, how spend your day.
Okay, like around 2 o'clock, then after that I'm like connect with the people and try something, listening some useful content also, podcast and interviews also.
So how many children do you have?
Actually, like nowadays I'm little bit free from my like the teaching classes. That's why more and the more I'm focusing on speaking nowadays. Listening also, but yeah, I'm trying to speak more and more.
Okay, that's great. So do you also speak English with your children?
Yeah, sometimes because like actually I have two children, both are grown up. Like my
Mm.
daughter is 18 years old and my son is 17 years old. She
Oh,
also most of the time she and he busy their studies.
yeah, because
Yeah, but
they,
most of the time so try. Yeah,
yeah.
but in family a little bit difficult because our native language is different with
Mhm.
this language. That's all. Sometimes very difficult when we connect because usually we talk about in the native language in our family member.
Mm, yeah, but we have the mispractice with our families. It becomes easy because we
Mm,
talk about daily routines. It becomes very easy, and our
yeah.
we speak naturally. But it not
Mm-hmm.
happens whenever we speak with them. We always speak our native language. It happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah,
Definitely. Yeah,
especially
like
we convey our feelings. That time we
convey our
always,
feeling.
yeah.
Then reality in our native language.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
definitely.
Mm.
So, how did you spend your weekend, by the way?
Yeah, actually nowadays my parental house. Yesterday I came here. That's how
Okay.
spending time with my sisters, my father. Yeah, that's
Okay. So,
yes.
please
Because
tell me about
nowadays,
your childhood memory,
yeah,
happiest memory.
yeah. Actually, childhood memory is very cherished to our life. Whenever we feel alone and something frustrated at that time, first of all, we remember our childhood memory. Like
Yeah, definitely.
lots of memories in my mind. Like lots of time, we were playing with our friends also, sharing lots of things. And nowadays also,
Yeah, definitely. Mhm. Okay. So, mm, so do you have any questions? You can also ask me. Mhm.
okay, like I'm asking, like in your perception, which one aspect, like the LSRW we are follow, lots of person, like more of the person we are follow. But in your aspect, like first as a beginner, when we start, the grammar is important, like and speaking is important. Which one is important? Like, grammatical aspect important, like speaking.
So
When
I
we
want to
start as a
say,
beginner.
yeah, I want to say someone who are startup for their journey from the scratch. So first, basic rules is important. So if you know the present, past, and future, so you don't need to focus on grammar. But if you
Mhm,
don't know about the any tense, so first you focus into the grammar like past, present, and simple articles,
mhm,
preposition. Because if we didn't know about that, someone asks you, please tell me your daily routine. So you know about that.
mhm,
If I speak my daily routine, so I speak in my present tense, and in present tense
mhm,
I use only is, are, do, does. We don't. I don't use did, was, were. So if you
mhm.
have the knowledge of basic rules, so you can start direct speaking part. But
Yeah, yeah,
so in
definitely.
this way I want to, yeah, of course in initial you don't need to boil the ocean, but at least small basic rules is more important. Otherwise if you
Mhm.
know, so you can start with the speaking part.
Yeah, I'm totally agree with you. Like as a beginner, when you start at the time, like yeah, you start speaking, but like at the time you have a little bit knowledge about the tenses also. That is mentioned because without knowledge of tenses, how to start, like how to describe your day in present and
Yeah,
past and present.
yeah,
It's definitely
we don't
yeah.
need to learn all twins like 12, but at least we have the knowledge of at least three tens. If you know about three
Mhm.
tens, so you can easily convey your message easily. But whenever you achieve certain points, whenever you reach certain point like intermediate, so after you work on it another tense. But in initial,
Another.
you have the knowledge of three tens.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
right.
definitely.
Any question?
Yeah. Please tell me, what is your hobbies like dancing and singing? Like,
No, actually, I'm not into dancing. I love the music. Whenever I feel low and frustrated, at that time I'm listening spiritual music because I believe in a God.
okay.
Strongly believe in God Shiva. Yes, I'm not into dancing. Like very daunting task for me. That's why I'm not try. But yeah, I'm listening to music whenever I feel low and sad. Also at that time I'm listening to music,
So, okay,
and
what
I find
makes
that
you
extremely.
happy?
Yeah, I feel happy. Like sometimes whenever I feel happy, at that time I'm listening romantic music, and also like actually I like Jagjit Singh ghazals. Whenever I feel happy, I listen.
Okay. So, what is your dream job?
My dream job, actually, I'm passionate about teaching.
Mhm.
And totally my life, my last breath, and try to teach students. That is my dream. And
Okay.
also nowadays I'm working on that. But like actually I'm working in 2016 in a school. But somehow like I left my job. But after that I started my tuition.
Mhm.
Yeah, still now working there. And this year I'm also thinking about online teaching.
Okay. So, do you teach offline?
Yeah, actually I teach offline.
Means,
So for senior
do
classes
you
I
teach
teach.
student या spoken class या school subject?
No, spoken. Actually, like for student, I teach all subjects. For senior classes, I teach like history, English, and political science because I did my master's in political science, and
Mhm.
that's why I also started my YouTube channel last year related to political science. Yeah,
Okay.
most of the time, whenever like free, I am trying to like upload video related to my like political science related aspect like constitution, government. Yeah,
Mhm.
lots of.
Okay, so now you think about like online. So in online spoken class, yeah, your subject related.
Yeah, maybe like first of all, like I'm like doing a hard work, then also be a elegant speaker and lots of things. Like after that, I'm also try.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's my mind, one sided mind. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So how many students do you have now?
Yeah, actually, when I started at the time, 4 and 6 students I have, but yeah, nowadays also day to day increasing because when you teach well, then after that definitely increase your like the scenario
Mhm.
automatically.
Mhm. Okay, that's great. So please tell me about, do you believe in listening, active listening or passive listening whenever you try
Yeah.
to listen?
Actually, initially start earlier when I started, I am only focusing on like passive listening. But yeah, like nowadays, I'm value and importance of active listening is very important
Yeah.
because you attentively listening someone, then after that you gain a lot of knowledge in your mind. Then after that you try someone. At the time you at least you use these vocabulary, these structure all. Yeah, active listening is very important.
Yeah, definitely. I totally resonate with you. Initial, I also do that same. I always, whenever I do my home chores, whenever I in my kitchen, always I try to listen. But after that, I realize the value of active listening. Whenever you try to active listening, you jotted down some sentence structure, some
Yeah,
vocabulary,
yeah, definitely.
and you learn so many things because you give your 100%. You have focus on 100%. Whenever we do anything, that time we can't listen all the things. Sometimes our mind goes another things. It also happen. So yeah, of course I
Yeah.
also believe in repetition. So whenever I do
Mm,
any home chores, so one video I
mm,
repeat again and again. At least sometimes what happens, we are miss some lines, some sentence structure. So whenever we repeat the things, so that time we realize in first video I am not understand that thing, so now I can understand. So in this way I always try to repeat. So repetition also
yeah.
plays a vital role. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Actually, when you listen doing your household chores, at the time, I think we do not like very attentively. That's the reason also. And
Mhm.
also feel at least you listen a one video in a day,
Mhm.
but at least attentively. Then after that, you write something useful vocabulary. That is the good process. But at the time during a household chore, you listen a lot. Then after that, you don't try because you feel very like monotonous. Then after how will and at the time when you're doing household chores, like you do not listening attentively. Then what is the purpose of listening anything, any podcast, any communication video?
Yeah, I totally resonate with you. So I was always suggest everyone, please don't choose one 10 video, 5 video in a day. Choose one video and repeat again and again whenever until it
Yeah.
becomes your part of